Hi friends, Ben back again with another video. This time what I have with me is a Bell Qualifier, an LS2 FF800 Storm and an Axer Vivid. Three helmets again at Moto Gear. To begin with, we have the LS2 Storm here. The FF800 sounds more like the F800 or F850 GS. But these helmets do not belong to the adventure touring category. These helmets are best used in the streets or in the tracks. This being the exception. This is more like an all-rounder helmet. This is very precise and edgy and very sporty and track based. And this, I would say, falls somewhere in between, which has a spoiler and looks kind of cool. So to begin with, the FF800 Storm, and this is the talks of the town. This is very well received by most of the people out there. 90% of the bikers, especially the youngsters, fall in love with the shape and the form of this helmet. The design wise, extremely strong, geometric, very aggressive. If I were to close the visor, you could see a square yet very sharp edgy cuts on these on the helmet. And what's the most unique thing about this particular model, the FF800, is the shell. The outer shell is made up of something called KPA technology. I am no scientist, but what I understand is it is very high quality polymer with nano fibers. So instead of strands, these guys have gone ahead and reduced the size of the molecule to really tiny nanoparticles, and this helmet is made up of a shell which is full of that, suspended in very high quality polymer. So it's a polymer shell with nanofiber technology, and by that what I mean for the layman is that this helmet slides instead of grabs. This doesn't grab the ground as much as any of the other helmets would. It's because of this particular technology introduced in this shell. So this reduces rotational mass. That is, when you fall down and your head hits the ground, what happens is that the helmet catches the ground first and it kind of moves. It twists your head along with it. So what I'm trying to say is, if you have a very good helmet, the signs of it are you have a crash, you have a fall, your helmet stays on your head, doesn't buckle, doesn't move an inch. This particular shell on this particular model helps with that. That is, this doesn't even twist. There's no rotational energy going into the helmet because it slides through the ground. This is more like Teflon coating on your helmet. Think of it that way. That is, if it's going to be the smoothest surface hitting the road, then it's going to slide and it's not going to catch the tarmac. So enough of the KPA technology. That's to my understanding. I'm a layman. I understand some technology which can be used. I do not understand technology to the scientific level of it. So that's the helmet. Of course, the usual components: the chin vent, the chin vent, the chimney vent, the exhaust vents, and what else? What else do I see here? I see another good thing about this visor is I see enough field of view. If you guys can see, look at the width of it. Most sporty helmets, where they lack is the field of view, and I would definitely appreciate LS2 for having put out a helmet which has a fantastic field of view that wide. So technically speaking, this helmet can be used on the roads and off the roads as well. So that's the LS2 FF800, an edgy, amazingly sharp design and a wonderful technology to back this helmet. So the helmet sells or retails at 9,500, and it's definitely worth the price. It's because of this one factor alone. That is a shell which helps you slide. Moving on to the next helmet, that is the Axer Vivid. Something which is as vivid as this ought to be called the Vivid. You can differentiate an Axer from the other models with a 3D emblem, their logo being embossed on the surface or on the forehead, and that's how you get to know that this is an Axer. And what's unique to this helmet is this particular element over here, a spoiler at the back which works with the channel vents. So I think this is another unique selling proposition for the helmet. That is, you can spot this at anywhere and then know for a fact that this is an Axer because of the spoiler that you get to see at the back. Two variants available. One is a smoked variant and one is a clear variant, depending on what you guys like for yourselves. What else do we have? A drop down sun visor, a drop down sun visor that you get to see here, and again, to help with the range of the helmet, DOT and EC rating both for the helmet, so that would say a lot about the quality of the helmet against crashes. The usual list of features, that is a chin vent, you have two slide vents on the top and channeled exhaust vents. This is my most favorite part of the helmet, that is a double D ring setup for the chin, and I prefer this over the ratchet style fastening mechanisms because this is a solid, this is as solid as it can get. This is going to hold on to your chin no matter what. The ratchets tend to come loose at times in cases of really horrific crashes, but this particular double D ring system is going to see to it that the helmet doesn't go flying off on its own. So that's another added safety feature that goes into the helmet. Well, that's the whole of it. Axer helmets are known to be very aggressive looking. Their styling is pretty similar to the LS2, but does have a little more of curves in it. If I were to compare this to the LS2 FF800, then I would see lesser aggressive lines on the Axer, but the primary shape is very similar, quite aggressive, very sporty, very street. That is the Axer Vivid for you. Retails at 4,994. That is roughly 5,000 Indian rupees. That is for most of the masses. Another amazing good quality helmet. Moving on to the Bell Qualifier. The thing about Bell is this is an American brand and they claim to be the most oldest helmet brand in the world. That is, these guys have been churning out helmets even before the rest of the world knew the importance of helmets. So these guys are the market leaders in that respect. That is, the pioneers who designed helmets and who worked their way around figuring out how to protect the head against crashes. So if these guys don't know it, I don't think anyone else knows it better than them. So I myself own a Bell MX9 Adventure and I use it for all my off-road rides, dedicated off-road rides. Otherwise I have an MT with me, I have an LS2 with me, I have these three helmets at home, and each one I use for their specific requirements. But if you were to ask me what would I choose for an all-rounder, I would definitely go with the Bell. And why? It's because very hardy. I've gone through at least 18 crashes with my MX9 Adventure, and I know that I can speak for the other models in the Bell category. So a Bell Qualifier, what's so good about this? This is the universally preferred helmet. Why? Is because it just doesn't belong to a particular category. This can be long distance touring, this can be street, this can be track, this can be just about anything that you expect it to be. An extremely versatile helmet. Why? Is because, one, to begin with, the styling, which is very aerodynamic and very curvy. A lot of us prefer curvy helmets is because this is classic. This doesn't lose its charm over time, and most of us would prefer something like that. So what you see here again are features which are very top of the line features. That is, you have a visor which does not have a pin lock system, but it's anti-fog. It's very clear through the day and the night, and I have ridden with my Adventure for at least 25,000 kilometers, and I know what I am saying. Is because 25,000 kilometers and the visor is almost as good as how it was new. UV protection again for the visor, which is a very unique feature to the Bell helmets. That is, they go ahead and make the best visors in town. Visors are pretty expensive in Bell, but you can be rest assured that the quality of the visor is going to be very good. Double D ring system, again for crash, especially for people who do a lot of off-road riding and who tend to fall a lot, and high-speed crashes too. This is by far the most safest fastening system available in the market. ECE approved, again speaks about the quality of the helmet. Crash testing has been done extensively on these models, on these helmets, and you guys know for a fact that this can take a beating of a lifetime if you ask me. Another good thing about the Bell is that they give you a 5-year warranty. They back their helmets with, you know, something which is unbeatable in the market. 5-year warranty is unique to this particular brand and this particular helmet. Not just this model, the entire model range. Again, this helmet too retails for 9,500 Indian rupees in competition with the LS2 FF800. But that being said, these three helmets have their own independent features, their own unique selling propositions that you guys would be interested in. For the fellows who ride sport bikes, you guys can go in with either the LS2 or the Axer. The fellows who are all about looks, who want to match their jackets to their lids, you guys can definitely go in for an LS2 FF800. And in terms of crash testing and the development of wonderful shell technology, the KPA technology that these guys have gone ahead and used on the shells, that is the nanofiber technology. Of course, I would say that I'm somebody who would be more than willing to test the LS2 on the roads and see if it's as good as they preach. And of course, if I talk about features for the common man, for pricing, I would go in with an Axeris, because this retails at 4,900 only, and you have all the features that you get to see in the top of the line brands and the top of the line models. So that's the review of all three helmets. All three helmets, I would say, are DOT and ECE rated, so no need to worry about the crash test and the approvals of the same. That is, all three are qualified to be on the roads, and for severe crashes you don't have to worry about your head getting even the tiniest of the impact. The helmet makes for the biggest difference compared to anything else. One fall, or every single fall, your head hits the ground, and maybe a minor fall, you may not feel the impact, but could lead to a small blood clot in the head, which could later lead to complications. So it's extremely important that all of us as bikers, the biking community, we pay attention to this one factor alone, that is, save our heads at whatever cost. So that's it, guys. If you like the review, kindly do subscribe to the Motor Gear Performance channel, and if you want to buy any of these helmets, walk into the store, grab yourselves one, and all the best with your purchase. See you on the next one. This is Ben signing out for now.